Back then, Dream League Soccer used to be my main game, but over the time, I switched over to eFootball and made myself a good squad in eFootball. But this was the squad I left behind while I used to play Dream League Soccer then. Since Dream League Soccer 2026 will be releasing in December, I thought I should come into the game and check what's up with the game and check some of the things that are happening around in the game. And honestly, I was surprised by what I saw. I came into the transfer and then I saw Lionel Messi, a 2020 version of him, but what really surprised me was the price, 84,000 naira. These guys just charge you 84,000 naira straight up to get him. They don't even give you a chance to acquire him in game. They don't give you the chance to acquire him with in-game reward, no option of gem. They just give you 84,000 naira purchase straight. Like, this is a very poor and greedy move from Dream League Soccer. I mean, what if a player does not have that capacity, have that money to acquire him? The player should just miss out. This is not fair. I know Konami and EA Sports will sometimes force you to go and purchase coin, but they still give you at least a one-time try. Like, see the case of this now. They can see several players in these top picks. Each player here costs 840 gem per player. I got a player from this recently. You can see my gem balance and my coin balance. I haven't played this game in a while. I think all of this were the gem and coin I acquired back in 2023. I rarely touch this game these days because I prioritize eFootball. This one is a good way of acquiring players. I'm not going to lie. 840 gem for a player is not that bad, but making 84,000 naira the price of a player does not make sense to me at all. Now let's come back to my squad again. You can see that my squad is not that bad. I have trained every player to maximum potential. These were the players I acquired recently. I did not have enough time to train them to their max, just like I said, I prioritize eFootball. Now this was the Messi I got back in 2021 or 2022 also. You can see he's 99 rated player. So now for me, I don't see any reason for me to purchase that 84,000 naira Messi, because I already have a Messi 99 card. Messi of these days in Dream League really reach 98 or 96, because obviously Messi is past his prime. Now don't be offended by what I'm about to say to the Dream League lovers out there. I don't think Dream League is up to that level. Dream League are not at that level where they should charge this hefty amount for a player. I mean, eFootball and FC Mobile barely charge this type of amount for coin. Talk more of a player. I don't see myself even considering to pay such amount to get a player in a Dream League game. No, I can't pay 4,000 naira to purchase a player in a game that still uses ABC in controls. I mean, Dream League Soccer still uses ABC when it comes to control. No. I can't do this. This is never going to happen. This will never happen in my lifetime. Now let's come to life. This stats that you see here, maybe are probably maybe from January or stuff, because I don't know when last I got into this game. I have came in here, I've claimed some of my reward. I don't really know how this game works any longer, but one thing I do know for sure is I have one of the legendary players that have been in or around the game for a while, but too bad, I don't know, I'm so addicted to eFootball right now that I barely have a chance for Konami. Now let us go and play a match. Let me come to exhibition. I want to see how the game has been so far. I don't think right now I'm good to go live. I can't play Dream League live for now. Wow, the presentations are nice, everything is nice. I think this is better compared to how the game was from 2020. But I'm not going to lie, Dream League Soccer has not changed much from 2020. The graphics are still the same, they still use the same templates. I think the lightnings are different, the player model still remains the same, the controls, the graphics and everything is still the same. But what I would love from Dream League Soccer is to add assisted into their game. They still use ABC for the controls. I think by this stage Dream League Soccer is supposed to have a sprint button. Yes, we need a sprint button in this game. If Dream League Soccer can implement a sprint button, it will align with the pad. Recently Dream League Soccer made us able to play with game controllers. If Dream League Soccer decides to add sprint button, using a controller will be much more fun and much more favorable. Another thing they need to make is add assisted into the game. Everything in Dream League Soccer is manual. Your passing is manual, The cursor change as well, it is not the best. It looks buggy at times. You can see the direction of my player. Anyway, I press pass to, that is where the ball will go. Basically, the ball just releases to where the direction of the analog is. It needs to be assisted. You can see I'm facing towards my goalkeeper. If I should pass this ball is supposed to go directly to my goalkeeper, but you can see it just goes to wherever my analog is. This is one aspect that Dynamic Soccer need to implement into their game. They need to add assisted into this game, but the most important thing they need to add into this game right now is that sprint button. We need a sprint button in Dream League Soccer. That is going to be a very big change for me. Now let us head into the replay section. I want to see how some of the players looks. I'll wait for this goal to give us option for replay. So let me check the Lionel Messi graphics. Okay, we are with Lionel Messi now. This is how Messi looks in Dream League 2025. Honestly, this is not an upgrade. The players are just plastic. The hair, there's no hair movement, there's no face animation. The fingers barely move. I think they are just there. The player model still looks quite visibly well like a mobile graphic. So you can imagine spending 84,000 naira into a game like this. It's very unfair. It's going to be so unfair, and it's going to be childish for me. No offense to those that have already paid. You have the money, I know. Some of you might say I don't have the money, you are right. But even if I have the money, I don't think I'll ever spend 84,000 naira into a game like Dream League. This is Lionel Messi's face. Like, this looks nowhere close to Lionel Messi. And trust me, when you get that 2012 card, this is still going to be the same face as this. Now let's move further to other players like De Bruyne. De Bruyne's face looks well, but the major issue here is that there's no animation and stuff. Now let us go back to our gameplay and stuff. We are back into the game. Just like I said, the game is fun, but nowhere close to the level of FC Mobile and eFootball. The game is still manual. Everything about this game is manual. Where you put the direction is where the ball is heading to. The AI are a bit dumber. The AI don't know what they do at times. If the game decides to frustrate you, you will honestly have that feeling of crashing your phone or stuff like that. But overall, Dream League is not that bad to play, especially if your phone cannot handle the graphic quality or does not meet the required specification to play eFootball and FC Mobile. To be fair, majority of the Dream League players out there only play this game because their devices don't meet the requirement to play eFootball and stuff. I feel bad for them and stuff like that. For those of you who out there who want to play eFootball and don't have that requirement yet, I wish you all the best, and honestly you can start playing eFootball or FC Mobile. But right now I think Dream League Soccer are not at that level to charge 84,000 naira for a player card. And by the way, I'm sure it's the only difference between the standard and this 2012 version is going to be the player card design. Otherwise, everything is going to be there. I have just 3 hours, to buy this card if I was to buy, but I will never in my life, as of now, put 84,000 naira into a Dream League Soccer game. I mean, let us see their market. You can see their market here. The Messi is 84,000 naira. You can see their prices are so expensive. The gems here are so expensive. You pay 17,000 naira for 400 gems, and there's no guarantee that you get the player you want. These are some of the agents here. If I should tap this agent here, there's no guarantee that I get a player I want. And these are some of the scouts. If I should buy a player of 500, there's no guarantee I'll get a good player. So Dream League, in my opinion, are charging way too much for how they charge. Their movement in my own point of view is so greedy. Now let us go over to the stadium part, where I have to say, now come over to some of the legendary stadiums. You can see Dream League Soccer are charging you 52,000 naira for a whole stadium. Like, come on, how on earth? Okay, this one is better. They give you the option of using gem, so you can save up in gems in game and then acquire this one. But this one here, they don't give you any option. If you don't have money to acquire this, then forget about it. That is a message that Dream League are sending to you. So you need to put in real money to buy this, and this is a very, very poor ask from Dream League Soccer. They need to improve, honestly. They need to give us the option to acquire some of these things while playing the game, because not everybody can afford to pay some of this hefty amounts, especially for a game of Dream League level. Dream League has been there for over a while. The fan base is growing, but honestly, these guys they need to change from how they charge the players. And one thing I observed was whenever you come to a half time while playing the game, they force you to watch an advert. This is very poor from Dream League Soccer. How on earth do I watch an advert in game? They say if I should make any payment, the advert will stop showing. That is very poor from Dream League. All of this, I don't know, these are signs of desperation. These are all signs of greediness. They want to make money out of us. It seems that they don't care about us anymore. Dream League Soccer, please, you can do better. First touch, you can do better. This is not what we expect. This is not the Dream League we knew years ago. I think these guys now are after money, not longer about the happiness of fan base. They just want your money. They don't care about you any longer. This is my squad. This is my 99 Messi, and I don't see any reason why I should but purchase a Messi of 84,000 naira. I don't think it's fair, and I will never in my life. Never. Thank you for watching. My next video will probably be about live. Dream League Soccer 2026 will be releasing in December, so I'll make a quick quite a few videos before that 2025, and I'll also state some of the things that need to be improved in Dream League Soccer before the 2025 releases.